Yes, there's some rain on the way again early this week, but the emphasis turns to something much colder once we go beyond the middle of the week. This is your fleeting view from MWIS, the chart for Monday, first of all. A series of fronts sweeping their way eastwards across Britain. We've got a wet day with rain, drizzle, low cloud across most western hills of northern England, increasingly so across Wales and the south of Scotland as well. But once the cold front drifts southwards, the rain will tend to break up from the north and we're left with more just a scattering of showers, those of some snow down to around 600 or 700 metres, as temperatures at least temporarily drop sub-zero across the higher Scottish mountains. Let's run the sequence onwards then through the week. Those fronts will drag themselves east and southwards on Monday evening and night, so an early frost forming in that chilly air and the clear skies across much of Scotland. Gradually the clearer skies develop across northern England too. As we go onwards into Tuesday morning, a touch of frost then first thing with high pressure over the top of Britain. We've got weak fronts just skirting to the north of Scotland, which will produce some low cloud around western coastal fringes, just trying to filter its way inland with time, and that may also just push onto some of the western coastal fringes of England and Wales as the relatively milder, damper air just drifts back in off the Atlantic. So temperatures are back above freezing point through Tuesday daytime. Now onwards Tuesday night into Wednesday, the high just begins to subside southwards. The next fronts just drift in from the northwest. A cold front will produce some rain, turning to snow just on its back edge, but really marking the change to the much colder air mass that comes around off the North Atlantic as we go through Wednesday daytime. Not much left on that front, a few local bursts of rain across Wales and the South Pennines in the middle of the day. We're into the very chilly conditions, though, across Scotland. Freezing levels down to 600 metres during the day, and some snow and some hail mixed in falling to the lower slopes. Those coming in very frequently across western mountains on a strong to gale force upland southwesterly wind. Now those showers will continue to rattle their way in on Wednesday evening and night, so snow accumulating to fairly low levels across western mountains in Scotland. Some showers coming on to western hills of England and Wales too. Just some uncertainty exactly what happens to the little trough of low pressure that tries to sink southwards across Ireland as we go into Thursday daytime. A mix of rain, sleet and snow across the hills of Wales, maybe the western hills of England and southwest Scotland too. A general view of low pressure being in charge to end the week. The absolute detail is uncertain as the whole thing begins to circulate around itself by this time, but the message is a chilly one. The higher mountains very much staying sub-zero throughout. May well be occasional frost down to lower levels as well. Typical freezing level somewhere around 600 to 800 metres, maybe occasionally a bit higher than that, so some snow accumulating on higher tops. Mainly rain at the lower levels, especially across England and Wales, where the freezing level may just lift a little bit for a time. Plenty of precipitation around. Exact detail is going to be tricky, it must be said, at this stage. The idea into the weekend is that low eventually pulls toward the south and ushers in an east or perhaps even northeasterly wind, and that just maintains a generally cold pattern, likely even onwards into the following week. So winter very much knocking on the door. Keep right up to date with us as always. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.